All right, so let's take a look at how some Super Eagles players performed over the weekend. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you very much. First, we're going to start with Dennis Emmanuel and Watford taking on Southampton. Dennis Emmanuel was the only Super Eagles player that played in this match. Match ended 2-1 in favor of Dennis Emmanuel's side. He had 43 touches of the ball, 14 out of 21 passes completed. That was for 67%. One key pass made in the game, took a shot which was off target, completed 3 out of 4 dribbles, won 2 out of 4 aerial duels, and won 2 out of 2 tackles. Also had 3 interceptions in the game. Watford move up to 18th position on the log, but they're right behind Everton and Alex Iwobi. Alex Iwobi didn't play this weekend for Everton. Don't know what's going on, but hopefully both teams can climb out of those positions and get at least to the mid of the table. And speaking of a team at mid-table position, Leicester City took on Arsenal. Match ended 2-0 in favor of Arsenal, and Leicester City had only 2 Super Eagles players on display apart from the 3 that they normally have, and one of them was Kelechi Iheanacho. He played 74 minutes in the match, and he had 30 touches of the ball, 15 out of 20 passes completed for 80%. No key passes made, took a shot which was on target, won 1 out of 1 aerial duel, and had 1 clearance in the game. Also at the 61-minute mark, Wilfred Ndidi was introduced in the game. 39 touches of the ball, 23 passes completed out of 26 attempted, 1 key pass made in the game, won 2 out of 2 aerial duels, completed 5 out of 7 tackles he went for, 1 clearance and 1 interception. That 5 tackles was a game high for Wilfred Ndidi. Next, we move on to Brentford taking on Burnley. Brentford won that match by 2-0. Frank Onyeka came into the game at the 91-minute mark just to see the game out, definitely to waste a little bit of time, but they ended up getting the win. And we move on to the Serie A, where Victor Osimhen took on Verona with Napoli. Match ended 2-1 in favor of Napoli, and Victor Osimhen was the main protagonist in this game. 43 touches of the ball, 9 passes completed out of 19, 1 key pass made in the game, 5 shots taken, 2 on target, and those 2 were the 2 goals that Napoli scored on the day. 2 were off target also, and 1 was blocked. 3 out of 5 dribbles completed, 4 out of 8 aerial duels won, and a big-time performance by Victor Osimhen keeps his team firmly in the race for the Serie A title. And we move on to the French top flight, the Ligue 1. Moses Simon and Nantes took on Troyes, and it wasn't a good game for Moses Simon and Nantes. They lost by 1-0. He played 90 minutes in that game, had 53 touches of the ball, completed 31 out of 33 passes, and that's for 94%. Pretty good right there. 2 key passes made in the game, 2 shots taken, 1 was off target and 1 was blocked, and he also had 1 interception. And moving on, but still in League 1, Lorient took on Clermont Foot. Lorient won that match by 2-0, and as we know, they have 2 Super Eagles players on their team. Terry Murphy played 61 minutes in the game, had 18 touches of the ball, completed 3 out of 6 passes, 1 key pass made, 1 dribble out of 1 completed, 1 out of 4 aerials won, and 1 tackle completed out of the 1 he attempted. And also in that team, Innocent Bonke played 90 minutes in the game, had 40 touches of the ball, completed 23 out of 28 passes, took a shot which was off target, won 2 out of 2 aerial duels, 1 out of 1 tackle, 1 clearance also in the game, and 1 interception. And now we move to the Bundesliga, where Union Berlin hosted Stuttgart. Taiwo Awoniyi, of course, plays for Union Berlin, and that match ended 1-1. Taiwo had 37 touches of the ball, completed 17 out of 20 passes for 85%, made 2 key passes in the game, took 1 shot which was on target. That was a penalty he scored for his team. That's pretty cool that he's taking penalties now for his team. I mean, the guy decided not to go to Wolfsburg for his team, so they should keep him in high regards. completed 1 out of 1 dribble, and that was the game for Taiwo Awoniyi. We moved to the Spanish top flight. Samuel Chukwueze and Villarreal took on Celta Vigo, and he played the full 90 minutes in this game. Match ended 1-0 in favor of Villarreal. Chukwueze had 60 touches of the ball, completed 23 out of 33 passes for 69%, made 2 key passes in the game, took 2 shots, 1 was off target and 1 was blocked, completed 9 out of 12 dribbles. That's 5 more than anybody who was on the pitch. Won 1 out of 3 aerial duels and completed 1 tackle out of the 2 he attempted. Pretty good game for Samuel Chukwueze. Actually, really good game for Samuel Chukwueze, and we love to see that. And we move on to the Portuguese top flight. Zaidu Sanusi and Porto took on Tondela, and that match ended 4-0 in favor of Porto. Sanusi came into the match at the 70-minute mark, had 18 touches of the ball, completed 14 passes out of 15. That's for 93%, and that was really all he did in the game. Just saw out the game for his team. And we move on to Belgium, where Paul Onuachu and Genk took on Sint-Truiden. Match ended 1-0 in favor of Sint-Truiden. Not the best game for Genk. And Paul Onuachu had 25 touches of the ball, 9 passes completed out of 19. That's for 47%. Took 2 shots in the game, but both were off target, and he won 4 out of 7 duels. And also in Belgium, we have Valentino Zone 4 with Royal Charleroi. They played KV Mechelen. Match ended 2-2, and Valentine played 90 minutes in the game, had 52 touches of the ball, 34 out of 42 passes completed for 81%, 1 key pass made in the game, completed 1 out of 2 dribbles, and won 4 out of 6 aerial duels, 4 clearances, and 3 interceptions. Pretty good game for Valentino's on 4. And we moved to the Dutch top flight, where Cyril Dessers and Feyenoord took on PEC Zwolle, and that match ended 2-1 in favor of Cyril Dessers' side. He played 79 minutes in the contest, had 35 touches of the ball, completed 17 out of 21 passes, made a key pass in the game, and he took 2 shots, which one was a goal, 1 was on target, and the other was off target. Completed 1 out of 2 attempted dribbles, and also won 1 out of 3 attempted aerial duels. Good game for Cyril Dessers. And we move on. Also in the Dutch top flight, Madukau Okoye took on Go Ahead Eagles with his boy Sparta Rotterdam. Match ended 1-0 in favor of Sparta Rotterdam. Madukau, of course, played 90 minutes as he is their goalkeeper. Had 37 touches of the ball, completed 17 out of 28 passes. Pretty good for a goalkeeper. 4 saves made in the game, and also 1 clearance in the game. Good game for Madukau Okoye. And we go to the English Championship. Semi Ajayi and West Brom took on Huddersfield. Match ended 2-2. Not the best result for West Brom, who were chasing that playoff position, trying to make it back into the Premier League. And Semi Ajayi played 90 minutes in the game, had 53 touches of the ball, completed 35 out of 40 passes, which is pretty good for Semi Ajayi. His passing has really been improving lately, I have to say. 1 key pass made in the game, and that was the delicious cross for West Brom's second goal in the match. 1 out of 2 aerials won, and that aerial kind of led to a penalty for his team. Also had 3 clearances in the game. Good game by Semi Ajayi. And moving on, we go to the Turkish top flight, the Turkish Super League, and we start with the captain of the Super Eagles, Ahmed Musa and Fatih Karagümrük against Ataspor. Not sure if I'm pronouncing the names right, but excuse me. And Ataspor won the match by 3-0. Ahmed Musa only played 45 minutes, the first 45 minutes of the game, 22 touches of the ball, completed 11 out of 12 passes, 1 key pass made in the game, 1 out of 5 dribbles, and that was it. And we move on. We go to Trabzonspor taking on Göztepe, and that Trabzonspor has Anthony Wakeme. The match ended 4-2. He had 60 touches of the ball, completed 32 passes out of 43. That's for 74%. 2 key passes made in the game, and that was 1 of them was for an assist, and also took 5 shots in the game, 3 were on target, and one of those 3 was the goal that he scored, and also 2 off target. Completed 3 out of 3 dribbles, 1 out of 1 aerial, and also had a clearance to boot. Good game by Anthony Nwakeme. And we move to Obinna Nwobero, who was also on the pitch with Anthony Nwakeme. Had 56 touches of the ball for his team, 36 passes completed out of 41. That's for 88%. 1 key pass made in the game, 1 out of 1 dribble completed, 1 out of 1 aerials won, but could only complete 3 out of 8 tackles, 3 clearances also in the game, and 1 interception. Not the worst game from Obinna Nwobero, although he was on the losing side. And we move to the German 2nd Division. Jamilu Collins and Paderborn taking on Fortuna Dusseldorf. Match ended in a draw, 1-1. Jamilu Collins played 67 minutes in the game, 46 touches of the ball, 25 passes completed out of 40 attempted, and that was for 67%. 2 key passes made in the game, 2 shots taken, both were off target, 2 out of 3 aerials won, 2 tackles out of 2 attempted, 4 clearances, and 2 interceptions. And next we move to the CAF Champions League, where Anayo Wala and Esperance took on ES Sahel. ES Sahel, actually a team from Tunisia. Both teams were from Tunisia in this match. Match ended 2-0 in favor of Esperance. Anayo played 85 minutes in that game. Had a pretty decent performance in the game also. And another Nigerian on the same side as Anayo Wala, Kingsley Idowu, former Chan Eagle player, played 80 minutes. And we move to the CAF Confederations Cup, where Olisa Onda and Orlando Pirates took on Royal Leopards of Swaziland. Match ended 3-0 in favor of Orlando Pirates. And last but not least, we go to the NPFL. John Noble, goalkeeper with Ayamba, took on Plateau United. Match ended 1-1. John Noble got his 3rd start for the season, 3rd start in a row. Seems like Finidi George is feeling John Noble lately, and that's kind of cool that John Noble is finally getting some playing time. So that was how some of our Super Eagles players performed over the weekend. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Peace.